Welcome back, my friends, to Jesse's Storytime Spectacular. It's Jesse. You know it. I'm back from vacation, but I managed to sneak in scene in a violent nature. And dang, this movie was great. The best things I can say are honestly the use of tension building and then brutality, and I like that they stuck by the story that they went with, because it was interesting to see where they went plot wise. Another positive that I had there was I really enjoyed that we got to see everything from Johnny's perspective 95% of the movie. And that's okay. I felt like the use of the other shots still included something from Johnny, usually, or at least it served the plot perfectly. It was just, you know, maybe they could have done that again where Johnny was sneaking up on them and hearing all of it, but, that does get used in the film, and Johnny's very good at it, and it's very creepy. Very, very creepy. And there's going to be a couple scenes in there that you're just going to be like, oh, dang, that was wild. Okay. I mean, wild. That movie's a crazy one, okay? So, you know, it made its way. It's actually from 2023, so it poured its way through film festivals. It was just everywhere. Like, uh, uh, hotcakes. Dang, man. Like, IFC movies, shout out to them on this one. They are awesome for funding this and making this and letting this happen. And, you know, there's a lot of people who put a lot of good work into this. I'm not trying to put too many spoilers into anything, but let's just say that the main plot line is basically just that uh, a group of campers seem to accidentally resurrect the ghost of Johnny, who was in some sort of fire accident, and uh, you know, basically they stole a necklace, and that's what resurrected him. And he will do nothing. He will kill everything around him until he gets his necklace back. Or so that's the way you think the movie goes. But the necklace is very important to the plot. That's all I'm giving you away. Now, I can see some negatives on this film that some people might felt were too boring, I guess, but they were sticking true to the we're going with the killer's perspective, just like, you know, we got with the Michael Myers movies, and, they did it up with this, but they made it like Jason, you know. I mean, yes, it felt like a Jason movie, the setting and everything, kind of the slasher of it, but I liked the originality that they went with, when they basically went with the whole, history and lore, and everything about basically the fire tower and stuff like that, which is where they obviously had stolen the necklace, and it had kind of spiraled off into this crazy thing. And yes, Brenda is just mad. She's just angry right now because she's like, "Whoa, this movie was intense. All right, like, really, really, really good. I I've got to give it at least 9.5 out of 10. I know some people got that negative also from like the leaf crunching sounds and stuff like that, but they were going for realism in this movie. They were making it realistic, right? And yes, if we're gonna follow the killer, he's going through the fucking woods. Sorry, you know? Like, what do you want me to do about it? He's crazy. He's gonna kill, you know? But, you know, I was impressed. I also will give this away. You get to spend time with Johnny without his mask yet, and then you get to spend time with Johnny with the mask, which is very, very fun. And, very, you know, classic to his story and everything like that. So, it was very neat, and, you know, it really felt like that camp 80s Friday the 13th slashers, but it, it was like a Jason movie, and that's kind of a little bit of a negative and a positive at the same time. I mean, some people feel like it's a little too copycat-ish, but for me, it didn't feel like it was, too much Jason. Like, sure, he's a little wild in the way he kills, but like the tools he uses and stuff like that is better. It's more true to him. So it didn't feel like a complete Jason copycat, but yes, I know it was pretty similar, but I liked the whole you know hook things and what's it called? Um, he has the one, you know, like giant, I guess, kind of sword thing or whatever. But it's a giant knife, basically, but he doesn't always use it. Uh, it's something like that. You'll see. I'm not gonna give everything about Johnny away. He's got his own lore. I want you to find it in the movie. It's awesome. But this movie was put out more in the theaters into 2024, which I'm very glad that I went and got to see it. And, it is select theaters and all, so it gets annoying like that. But, um, no biggie. You know, I'm real glad I got to see it. Real thankful for it. Movie was awesome. So definitely go check this out in theaters. All right. The use of sound and tension and storytelling worked so fluently in this one. I was very, very, very not bored. So I was not one of the people who felt bored or something and walked out or whatever. I think that was just most normal moviegoers who just were expecting something completely different, like Saw-ish. I mean, yeah, this movie's a little bit, it's kind of, it's a slasher, obviously, but it's not like, torture porn shit, you know? So, obviously, you gotta know what kind of movie you're walking into. So, yes, you can go with the pretense of a little bit of Friday the 13th feeling to it, but they have their own very good spin with it. They've created their own character in this, and they definitely, I'm on the fence of, I want a sequel, because they do keep you guessing. But this is Jesse's Storytime Spectacular. Super spectacular. Out. And I love y'all. Peace.
I was home watching The Exorcist, and it got me thinking about you.
If this is about the time I puked green slime and masturbated with a crucifix, it was my first keg party, Bobby!